Welcome back to the Future of Finance. Your host with my co-hosts Jules Marchand and Mickey Cameron, and we have two very special guests with us today. Rickard Elmore, who's a PhD candidate, and also Michael Harris, the broker and owner of United Mortgage Corporation of America. Mm-hmm. How's everything going? Did you guys get everything done that you needed to during the break?
I think so. Yep.
We had a lot of calls coming in. It was fantastic.
I mean, yeah, this is just a phenomenal day. For those of you who weren't listening before we went to break, we were going over the intricacies and how simple it is for you to become. So I want to open up the floor to you two, and I know that Rickard is going to have some questions for you, and you may have some questions for Rickard. And I'm just going to start this off, Rickard, by saying, this is a question I would know, and I heard Jennings talking about, because he's heard about people killing themselves over back taxes, over back taxes owed, and it could be small amounts, and from what you've seen when somebody's having a financial issue, Rickard, what type of effect does that have on them psychologically?
Well, what happens with people is when they get under particular amounts of stress, they start having responses that become overwhelming. And if those responses are sort of attributed to their environment or their job, or in this case, we're talking about taxes, what happens is they get into a space, if they're not able to handle it, they start moving into mental health concerns that, some of you, some terms of anxiety, depression, or there's other mental health considerations. They start becoming unstable. And what we have found is when you're able to support somebody through that, the IRS is there with, hey, we want our resources, but not to the point of, if you don't give it to us, we hope you die. It's more surrounded around, let's help human beings become in a better place. And sometimes the amount of resources that they don't have in their pocket get in the way of the resources they actually have within themselves.
I see. And the thing is that, and it's like, I'm not here to sell Rickard Elmore. He doesn't have to be sold, okay? He's the CIO of the Brain Healing Institute, okay? Which my mother, Mary Bridwell, is very well aware of things in the pulse and the shift within medical, okay? And within the medical field. And the Brain Healing Institute is something that is going to be picked up by Cedars-Sinai. So everything that this man is going to speak about right now is something that is going to become commonplace over time within our most prestigious hospital here in Los Angeles. So Rickard, please help us get grounded right now, and also reach out to Jennings and let him know exactly how much of an effective force you two are going to be together for our listeners and for the city of Los Angeles.
Yeah, absolutely. With the Brain Healing Institute, and again, this is Rickard Elmore, what our inspiration is helping people heal their brains. People are suffering and they're in pain, and the process is really a function that's within the brain that we can help towards a solution. We're here to help people live healthier, happier lives. So many people are having depression and anxiety problems and addictions and not knowing what to do. And what we do is find a way to help that person feel better about who they are, what their future is, and what the opportunities they have moving forward.
And so within the abilities of advanced technology, which is kind of the same topic that's given, Matthew Jennings and, Jules Marchand, the ability to just create so much peace and comfort within businesses in general, not just real estate, right? Within that, what type of technology do both of you, Matthew Jennings and also Rickard Elmore, see for people who are doctors themselves or also have a vast amount of wealth? How is it affecting them already?
Well, the best thing that I could say is the value of our services gives you a clear plan and strategy of what to do moving forward. And what we find is a lot of people are overwhelmed in their given situation, and they need a professional to come in, help guide them, and give them the information that's the best suited for them. It's something that really, if more people had that at the beginning of their journey, better off would they be for the long run.
That is focused on helping the brain heal from all the pain it's been through. In turn, it's helping people live happier, healthier, more financially lucrative lives. And through how does that happen? It's through the advanced technology that's available to us as a whole. And, I am a big fan of technology. I'm also a big fan of the future of your finances and helping you achieve whatever your personal goals are. And before we went to break, we were talking about the particular individual that has achieved above and beyond probably what 97% of the human population will ever accomplish within their finances, but is still technically miserable. Okay? That's where we left off. And, we've covered a lot of things, and, that saying more money, more problems isn't necessarily the truth, or has to be a truth within somebody's mind. The tax and trust services, what we talked about before the break is basically you can be 100% protected, even if you're a PhD and you're a brain surgeon and you're dealing with basically saving people's lives on a daily basis, that website. And there's many other ways that you can get a hold of Rickard Elmore directly. But I know for a fact that the second that I hear of something that is so amazing and the things that we're talking about, I look them up online. Please go to the recoverybroadcastchannel.com. Do your research.